Jacksonville is the last convention of the year.
Yes.
So as the year comes to a close, can you tell us a favorite memory that you have from a convention this past year?
Oh man, if I could only remember any of the conventions and what happened at them. I will tell you my favorite memory from this convention is just running through the downstairs vendor's room, shirtless, advertising Jensen's new record. That's a good memory. I think it's fun. I don't know. There's memories like in every one of these things that stick, and then by the time you get to the next one, they're wiped with new memories. Mm-hmm. So I honestly, I can't even tell you. Every time I'm at a convention, there's a certain piece of me that's fulfilled that when I don't have conventions doesn't exist. There's a certain love and wholeness and warmth in my heart that I get from being around this world, all these people, all these fans, all these actors. So I feel fulfilled, like my emotions feel great when I leave these things. Exhausted, but great.
Yeah. A year ago, Rich retired from karaoke, and you took over.
Yes.
So what is your favorite part about karaoke?
That it still exists. It didn't, when Rich and I first started doing these conventions, karaoke didn't exist in the modern way that we know it. It was, Rich signed on just before me to do a convention, and they did karaoke like in a dive bar. There was like 10 people. It wasn't our thing. Rich met me a couple shows later. We started kind of hosting a thing and getting a standing room audience, and one thing led to the next, and then it turned into this monster that it is, which is a free party to just be safe and let loose and have fun and be goofy and not be judged, which is an incredible thing and so rare. And I like that karaoke exists. It's a fun time where we're all safe together. I think that's kind of the big takeaway from it for me.
I like the antlers last night. Those were fun.
I tried to keep them on, but my sweaty neck, it was sliding off.
So switching gears a little bit. So we know you're directing Supernatural soon. You can't talk a lot about it.
I can't talk about it at all because I haven't seen a script for it yet. So.
But are you able to tell us how it came about? If you're nervous,
yeah.
We know you shadowed Rich a little bit, right?
Yeah. So a year ago, literally last weekend, I wrapped on Mama Bear. Mama Bear came together through love and passion and support from every single person I know in my life, and we created this 12 and a half minutes of fun, a good ride, a bit of a story, and people started seeing it and watching it, and it got in Bob Singer's hands and Phil Segrisha's hands and Andrew Dabb and the people at the CW, thanks to Mr. Singer, and it was good enough for them to consider me, and I'm sure there were several conversations with probably the boys and other people and Rich and whoever about if I was the right guy for the job, but Bob essentially made it happen for me, for whatever reason, and whether it's my capabilities or maybe he thinks he sees something, and for whatever it is, he's giving me my first episode of Supernatural. Not giving it to me, I mean, I busted my butt to get something directed that I was proud of. I'm super proud of Mama Bear, and the last email from Bob was, hey, I got you cleared at the CW. Welcome to the DGA. Not that that's how he sounds, but close. And that was that. That was, it was honestly a Cinderella story in my eyes, even though it was a year of really hard work trying to get a movie made, a 12-minute movie made, and then, I had directed a couple of small things before, but nothing of this caliber. And I didn't do it with the intent to be lined up to direct an episode of Supernatural. I did it because I wanted to make something I wanted to watch. I wanted to make it in the way that I felt would be entertaining to me, and I did that through every line of dialogue, through every action, through every frame, through everything you see was 100% a world just created in my mind through late nights sitting up and just trying to make something that I found cool that was within a budget and within a scale that I could make a 12-minute movie out of. And that's what you got, and people responded to it, and the original intent was to go to Warner Brothers directing school, but now because I have an episode of primetime television, I can't go to Warner Brothers directing school. So kind of like skipped a phase, but a phase that I really wanted to know. Fortunate for me, the teacher of Warner Brothers directing workshop is Bethany Rooney, Mary Lou Belli. They are two directors, female directors that have worked in the business for a long time. I'm friends with both of them, so I very much feel, because I didn't get the classes from them, I could still call them or text them and be like, hey, here's my predicament. How would you do this? What do you think about this idea? And they would both show up for me, I think, because they are two women that are working at the top of the game as far as directing goes, and they also care about the future of the directors program at Warner Brothers and in the entertainment industry as a whole. They really care that quality television's made, people feel successful, people feel fulfilled, people feel like they accomplished what they have you here to accomplish, and you're making good television. Nobody wants to watch crap on TV, right? Life's too short for bad television. So I could always reach out to them, but yeah, at the end of the day, Bob Singer is you know, he's the reason.
All right. And then you shadowed Rich a little bit, right?
Yeah, I shadowed Rich we were basically attached at the hip for 3 weeks. You learn a lot. You learn a lot being on that set, on the other side of it for an extended period of time. Rich is a guy who, going into the shadow process, told me, I'm going to do for you what I wish was done for me, which meant as much effort as he put into directing, he put into being the guy that I was shadowing, which means he showed me when he messed up, he showed me when he did it right, and he showed me everything in between. I'm forever grateful for that, because you can be on a set and watch a person direct, or you can be on a set where a person wants you to watch them direct and focus and talk and block scenes and compare scenes. And you know, he was a teacher. I mean, I got a 4-year degree in less than 3 weeks' time working with Rich. I'm forever grateful. It is the reason, a large part of the reason that I will be able to be successful up there, is because the way he's taken me under his wing and said, look, you're gonna fail if you do this. You got a real good shot if you do it this way. You know, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee in directing television. I mean, you get something, but for that something to be good is a challenge. And you know, Rich he gave me his all, you know.
Awesome. The Umbrella Academy that just came out, everyone loves you in it.
It's a fun character to play.
Did you watch it beforehand? Or?
Yeah, I'd been a fan of the show before I even knew the Hollywood show was going to do a parody on it. I had watched it with my wife, got her to watch it. I've been an Ellen Page fan for a long time, and then, you know, Adam Fergus was familiar with Rob Sheehan. I don't know if I ever said his name.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, and it's just, you know, it was a cool idea. I heard a bunch about it. I watched the trailer on Netflix, and I fell in love with the show. And then, you know, Hilly and Hannah called me and were like, hey, we got this. You can't speak of it. You can't tell anybody. It's super secret. I'm like, all right, what is it? What is the thing? And they said it, and I was like, yes, I can do that. And I can be a version of that. I can't do it identical, because he does a phenomenal job. Props to you, Mr. Klaus. He just crushes it, and it was a delight to pretend to work in his world for a minute. You know, he crushes that character. I can't wait for the next season.
Perfect. Compared to last year when you were just, I think at that point you just wrapped Mama Bear, right?
Yeah, it was the second weekend in November. I shot the 10th and 11th and 17th and 18th. So
it's come out so far. It's played a bunch of festivals.
Won a
bunch of awards.
Got in some more festivals this week. Yeah.
And then you got E.T. and you have His Secret Marriage that aired last night. You have the Hollywood parody that just came out, and then you have Holiday Date coming out.
Yes.
So wanted to tell you in person, we're super proud of you.
Thank you. I feel like you guys have been along for the ride. Like, I wasn't neutralized in my career, but I was about to try several different things, whether they worked or not. There was just things I needed to do for myself. I needed to fulfill myself other than my acting for the moment. And you guys have kind of been along and supported me the whole way, and so it's a nice exchange. I love when I see something on Nerds and Beyond that I can retweet, whether it's about me or Rich or whoever. I just think you guys are a positive influence on us and on the fan base, and so therefore we like to exchange and promote you guys. But
thank you.
Yeah, thank you for doing these interviews with me. It's nice to start in a place and then grow with these group of journalism type people, and then we'll grow together, right? You guys will grow and I'll grow, and we'll always be comfortable talking to each other because we were there when there were no followers and barely any job, you know, like we're there. So it's good, and yeah, I'm doing too many things right now. All I want is extra time to sit home and look at my kid and my wife. I just want to stare at them without having to go to a place. But at the same time, I've always dreamt of being so busy I wouldn't have time to sleep. And now I'm at that point, and I wish I had time to sleep, but I gotta just keep going right now. There's too many fun things happening. There's too much directing. There's too many acting gigs that I'm getting off. There's just so many fun things. I don't want to say no to anything. And this isn't about money or anything at this point. At this point, it's about I finally, 37 years on this earth, I just turned 37, and I'm okay fully with who I am. Like, this guy is gonna, I have capabilities as an actor, as a director, as a producer that are in me, that are just coming out for the first time because I'm finally 100% with who Matt is. You know, it took a long time, and it was heavily developed by the fandom, you know, within the Supernatural fandom. So I gotta just say yes to everything right now, unless I hate it. And then the great words, Mr. Richard Spade Jr., walk through the doors that open, and if you don't like them, get the fuck out. Like, that's it. You walk through the doors that are in front of you. Who are you to say no? You might be saying no to the greatest experience of your life. So that's what it is. Actor, director, producer, host, all around nice guy. That's what I want to be. I just want to be the guy who builds a career and being nice and busting his ass and working hard. That's it. This is the reason when I look across and I see the fans, or I see Rich passionate about directing, or I see myself getting lost in a character, it reminds you why you're doing this. And it's just these moments. It's just these moments of robust creativity, and it just happens sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it's stale, but like, it's nice to remember why we're doing this. We're doing this to be human, not to be something other than being human. You know, you want to feel all the feels. I want to feel the happiness, the sadness, everything in between that comes with all these crazy, weird endeavors, and getting a chance to do it.